Hello everyone, welcome back. Figured I'd do a short little stream today. Probably only like 2 hours or so. But we're playing Minecraft once again. Nah dude, I smell immaculate all the time, Boxes, trust. Dude, it's crazy to me how some people actually will only shower like once a week or like twice a week. That's kind of crazy. I can confidently say I shower every day. At least most of the time. I'm pretty sure no one showers every day. There's maybe like every once in a while I'll go a day without showering, but I don't wash my hair every day though. Anything less than every other day? Yeah, like going like every other day is also fine. When I was a kid, I always washed my hair every day though, or like every time I take a shower, I'd wash my hair. These days, I don't, and that's because my hair is really thick and it gets really frizzy whenever I use shampoo. So I only wash my hair maybe like 3 to 4 times a week. Yeah, exactly. You're not supposed to. Which is like, I think that's more of a recent thing because I feel like, I don't know, growing up, I was always told like to wash my hair every day or every time I take a shower. Twice a week, yeah, that's valid. Also, by the way, let me know if the background music is too loud or too quiet. I can change that volume, but I think it's at a decent volume right now. Anyways, you started like 3 months ago. Yeah, it's life-changing actually having like not frizzy hair all the time, at least for me. Also, for me, conditioner helps a ton. Affinity! 2 months. Thank you very much. Our first 2-month subscriber. Appreciate it, man. Everyone, let's put some W's in the chat for our #1 moderator, Affinity. Followed closely by Boxes. Drinking a Celsius right now. I don't know if you guys like Celsius or energy drinks like that, but Celsius are my go-to. But anyways, Minecraft. So last I streamed this world, I think we were mainly like doing stuff underneath my house, and we worked on this little kind of shore fishing house a little bit, and I'm working on it some more today. You'll see I did a little bit of work on it off stream, little off-camera mining. I should Discord poll the best Twitch and Discord mods. I should. We'll see who's most respected. Your dad drinks Celsius? Maybe we're related. You never know. But I really like this kind of thing that I've gone for. This is kind of the average style house that I go with. I always do like the basic wood frame, the wood kind of interior like that. But I've never done something like this where it's like kind of resting on a more like rocky kind of base. And I really like the way this kind of turned out. Now you'll see I've been working on a little bit over here and it looks kind of wonky on this side. And that's because I realized after kind of building the frame, the roof is a 2x2. And that's just really bugging me. And because I want like the peak of the roof to just be like a single block that kind of can come out a little bit. I don't know if that makes sense, but because of that, I'm basically extending this side out 1 block. You'll see I'm having to basically break down this wall and pull it out 1 block this direction. Same with back here as well. So my goal here is once I kind of fix these walls, I'm gonna build that water wheel that I was talking about right here, which I think will look really nice. Oh, you guys settled the beef, you and Jay? I'm happy for you guys. I'm gonna go sleep real quick so I'm not working in the nighttime. It is still in peaceful mode, by the way, just because I'm a coward. I don't like building in when there's mobs nearby. Maybe I'll put it. Yeah, I'll put it on. Put it on normal mode for now, just in case, you know. Well, there's some higher stakes while we're playing. Because down there, I don't think it's lit up like at all. So, you playing hardcore? Ooh, I've never played hardcore in my life. I don't think I've ever actually like even started a hardcore world. That'd be kind of fun to do, though. Ooh, banger song. Pastelia City. For all my black and white fans. There we go, there's a creeper already. Wonderful. Is my chunks? I'm gonna lower the chunks a little bit. Because whenever I stream with shaders on like this, my frames drop significantly. As long as I'm getting a decent 60 to 70, then I'm happy, but that's how you know my computer's not the greatest. I know I talk about it a lot, but I've been needing to upgrade. Yeah, how's everyone's Friday going? Hopefully you guys are having a nice Friday evening. Anyone got any plans? Anyone already gone through with their Friday night plans? I know some of you guys is a bit later. You know what? Affinity, that's valid. I've been there. Ah! Oh, like as we speak. Wow. You decided to hop on Bed Wars for the first time, and within 30 seconds you realize why you don't play solo. Yeah. Yeah, Bed Wars has always been really fun until you run into those sweats. Then it's not fun. Boosh Gardens with your friend later this week? Is that how you say it, Boosh? What is that? I don't think I've ever heard of Boosh Gardens. Is that like a fun little... Oh. Did you just typo? Bush? Oh, I see what you mean. What is that? Is it just like a cool kind of garden area where you can see plants and flowers? Bush amusement park that is owned by the beer brand. Oh. Oh, that sounds fun. That kind of reminds me of Knott's Berry Farm. A very strange name for an amusement park in LA. I think it's in LA. It's near LA at least. It's not owned by the beer brand. I don't think I've heard of the beer brand Bush. Now that you mention it. Bush Light? I don't think I've ever heard of that. I like this pattern that I have for this kind of bottom part. And I want to replicate it, so I need to, before I break that part, I'm gonna I'm gonna do that. Do I have any? Yeah, I do. Wait, do I have any? Okay, good. I think I have everything I need. So do the tough first. I think tough is a underrated block. Like, it's actually really good for like gradient stuff like this. And I don't think I've ever really incorporated a gradient in my builds before. This is kind of the first time. Like, I use different blocks for patterns like this, but my goal was to kind of have it be darker at the bottom and kind of get lighter as you go up. And I think it turned out pretty nice. Yeah, I think that kind of everyone says that, you know, when you first try beer, it's really disgusting. It tastes like ass. But it's one of those drinks that the more you have it, the more you start to like it. It's very much an acquired taste. I mean, some people are different. Some people immediately like it, but for the most part, very much an acquired taste. And that is true. Like, certain beers taste better than others. So like, yeah, for me, I like Corona way more than like Modelo. I've grown on Modelo, but I still think it's one of the worst beers in my opinion, just taste-wise. But then again, you know, the more I have it, I'm sure the more I'll start to like it. Yeah, same with wine. Although I've actually only ever had white wine, never had red. And I would like to try a glass of red at some point in my life. I feel like I might end up being one of those old people that just like only drinks wine, although I kind of don't want to. But it's so weird to me how like old people, for some reason it's like only old people that like swear by red wine. Screwdriver slush. Ooh. Oh man. Sounds amazing. Alright, how do we... Let's see. Which blocks was it? I might have to redo this part here. Because it's one block further. Let me actually finish the frame before I start messing with the wall. Napa Cab Sauves? Bro, you're spitting out words I've never heard before. Vodka and you don't mix well? That's kind of me too. I feel like every time I've gotten like really messed up to the point where I'm like blacked out, it's because of vodka. But it's usually because I mix drinks. Mixing is never good, you know? Like if you're gonna have, you know, liquor, usually stick just to the liquor. If you're having beer, try to stick just to the beer. This is just for me at least. But if I have like a bunch of liquor and then a bunch of beer and then a bunch of seltzer and whatever else, then I start to not do too well. What's Psalm? Is that a show? Or was that the show you were talking about? I remember you were talking about a show. I think last stream or the stream before that. Either way, I haven't really been watching anything right now other than Game of Thrones, which I am finally on the last season of. Actually been watching a few episodes here and there with boxes. Alright, what's the frame over here? I don't remember. Okay. Is that even? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then I think... yeah. Documentary about wine. Studying for the Master Somm exam. Sami sommelier? Is that how you say it? Sommelier? I have never heard of that in my life. Completely new to me. Sommelier. Sommelier, okay, duh. No, I have not. A sommelier is what you call a wine expert? Okay. Like a wine connoisseur. Interesting. And so the documentary is what, just like made by wine experts talking about wine? So there's 3 levels, right? Does that look right? I think that looks right. Let's make sure the block count is even. 4 levels. Man, if you guys don't even know what you're talking about, how you supposed to teach me? 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. That's not even? Hold on. The movie's about 4 guys taking and preparing for the hardest level, which is Master Sommelier. I see. Let me pull this up for you guys. Let's take a look. That way I can actually get a full understanding of what we're talking about here. What is it? Somm wine documentary? Oh, it's actually a movie made in 2012, not just some like YouTube thing. I don't know why I thought it'd be something like on YouTube or whatever. Hardest test in human history, only like 250 people have ever passed it. 4 wine stewards prepare to learn everything about wine as they ready for the Master Sommelier exam, one of the world's most challenging tests, which is presided over by the notoriously secretive Court of Master Sommeliers. Sommeliers? I don't know. It's a tough test. You don't know about the hardest one in human history? Yeah. What does the test actually like entail? Are they just like trying to blindly guess what each wine is that they taste? Tasting, service, and theory. It sounds incredibly interesting, honestly. So it's just trivia? For the most part? Or for theory, it's trivia. What is the tasting and service bits? Service is about being like a waiter, waitress. I see. Let's go bring a bed down here so we're not working in the nighttime. I don't want to have to keep going back and forth. The purpose of a wine sommelier is to accurately pair wine and food. That doesn't sound too hard. Bro, like, I feel like any kind of wine could go with, like, I don't know, a nice sandwich or something. Or, like, I don't know, some sort of bread-based food. Plus, like, wouldn't it be just kind of up to the person, like, who's drinking the wine, like, what kind of food they want? Tasting is the hardest portion. So tasting, are they trying to basically guess what kind of wine it is that they're tasting? Blind tasting for vintage, grape type, origin, soil type, year, and tasting notes. Damn. Wow. That seems incredibly difficult. I mean, half the time when I, like, eat a sandwich, I can hardly tell what's in it. You have 3 whites and 3 reds and 25 minutes to guess grape type, year, and location, and region, and possible sub-region. Do they get, like, what's the prize? Like, if you actually pass the test, what do you get? Just bragging rights? Saying that you're, like, a master sommelier? You've helped a few people study for the exam, and it's tough? Wow. A badge and a diploma? That's so cool. Imagine walking around with a badge saying, yeah, I know my wine. I'm a professional wine taster who passed the Somm test. They get the Master Somm cert, crazy marketability, and in the industry. Yeah, I feel like that'd be like an easy pass to like go open your own like winery or something and be incredibly successful. How many? You said 250 people have passed the test? I gotta watch this now. More than 250 for sure. You can turn the badge into a 300K a year salary if you work in a Michelin type place. What, like those restaurants will just pay you that much because of your status? $197 since 2012. 279 currently globally. Wow. If you do the work to the level expected, I see. Makes sense. That's cool though. Oh wait, I don't know why I broke that. Okay. Maybe you should. Just saying. If anyone in chat happens to have an Amazon Prime sub they can use, then hey. Feel free to subscribe. You will not regret it. Yeah, I did make it so that there's no, at least I'm pretty sure, you guys can tell me just to make sure, but there shouldn't be any pre-roll ads when you first open the stream. And I mainly did that just so like if anyone pulls up to the stream who's maybe new, they won't immediately get, you know, like rushed by ads, because I know that might turn people away. What's up, Honk? How you doing, man? Welcome, welcome. You're hyped for the summer Steam sale? Is that what you're talking about? So Firewatch would go on sale? Yeah. Oh, it's not on sale? Well, Firewatch isn't even that super expensive, right? I feel like it's only like 15 bucks, 10 bucks. I don't know. I can't remember how much I got it for. I might have got it on sale. Fun thing though, I'm actually going to be talking about Firewatch in an upcoming video. Probably not this next video, but the video after that, I will be talking Firewatch. No spoilers, though. No spoilers. The power nap went insane. Dude, nothing goes harder than a real nice power nap after, like, a long day at work or school. And that was, like, a consistent thing for me, too, because I would always, at least for school, not less so work, but I would always get, like, no sleep before school. And then, immediately when I get home, just crash and wake up at like 7 p.m. and be like, oh, there goes my night. Yeah, the best naps are like the 2 to 3 hour range, because then you really feel like you got some rest, but you don't feel like your entire day is wasted. Nothing's worse than when you sleep all day and then you wake up at like 7, 8 p.m. and you're like, ah, crap. Yeah. What's up, Jay? Welcome, welcome. We're playing Minecraft. I need you to rate my build. I'm liking it so far. I'm trying to fix this little side over here, though. I'm pulling out all of this 1 block. I'm almost done. Just so I could fix the roof, because I didn't want it to be a 2 block, a 2x2. I want it to be just 1. I'm gonna have to fix this, though. I'm still trying to gauge what the block spacing here is. So if we have, I think I'm gonna have to change this to a 1 by 1. So what's the window size over here? So if these pillars are 2 blocks out from the window, let me go measure on this side. Okay, so it's the same over here. So we can keep that. And then it should be 2 blocks. 2 blocks. Good. And we have a problem over here, though. I think I can fix it, though. 2 blocks. 3 blocks. That is a problem. But what we can do is this. Replace that pillar. And we should have an even thing now. So it's 3 blocks, 3 blocks, 3 blocks. We'll just make this a 1 by 1 doorway, which is going to have to be pulled out anyways. And that gives us space to put like a 1 by 2 window here, and same with over here. And I think that's going to look good. I'm a little put off by the way that looks now, though. Because that's going to have to be... How do I want to do this? Maybe we actually... What do you guys think? I can't decide how I want this. Let's base it off of this, right? Because this is gonna have to be changed. Let's fix this real quick. This is the main part, right? Where we want the roof to be a 1 by 1. Make it diagonal. What, the frame? That actually might be kind of cool if I made like a diagonal design, like right there. That actually might be cool. Let me see, so this is the proper block width, which is gonna make this a 3 by 2 window. So we have 4 blocks on this side, 4 blocks on that side. That's gonna be a 3 by 2 up there as well. So let's fix that. And we're gonna have to move the pillar here as well. Right? Or I might have a better idea. What we can do. Let's just see how it looks. So it's a... Okay. I could bring this in. I just want to see how this looks real quick. We could do one big window in the center. Or we could do a smaller window in the center. Like this. And then we can do 2 more small windows on the side. Let's fix this real quick. This is really messy right now, but I'm just kind of like just seeing how it looks. So don't mind me. I need some scaffolding for that. So we could do, imagine there's like another window on that side. What do you guys think? 3 small windows or 1 big one in the center? What's the verdict? What are we thinking? Is that freaking Legend of Zelda you hear? Honestly, don't remember. I wasn't paying attention. I shouldn't be. This is all a Pokemon playlist that's playing. Also, I completely forgot to bring a bed. I keep doing that. I'm thinking the 3 smaller windows, honestly. I think I might go with this. I kind of like the way this looks. I don't really like having just like a 2x2 like this where there's no window. You know what I mean? I think it looks better this way. Alright, so it's still a little messy, but we'll fix it once we have the full frame set up. Make it look prettier. Let's actually go get a bed and bring it over here so we don't have to worry about going back and forth. Three small ones feels good. 1 big window seems like some type of mansion. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want it to look like super fancy like a mansion or anything. It's more so just, this is very much supposed to be like a fishing hut, lake house. Nothing too fancy. That's why I want like, I don't want too many windows and I want it to feel very rustic. So I don't want too much glass. In fact, I don't even know if I'm going to use glass. I probably will end up using glass. But I want to see maybe how like fences look in the windows. I think that might be kind of cool. Man, I really am enjoying this Celsius though. It's a blue raz lemonade flavor, and it's also fizz free. I like energy drinks, and I don't mind carbonation, but this one without the carbonation honestly hits. It's almost more like just juice. I don't know. It's good. Highly recommend. Oh my god, I forgot the bed again. I'm gonna make a bed actually. Sea pickles for lighting in the trees? Aren't you only able to put sea pickles in water though? Or I guess I could put them in like pots, but everyone say hi to Charles. I know it's been a little bit, but he's doing just fine. Milk is better than juice or soda. You saying you just drink milk straight? I mean, I'm not saying that's like a bad thing, but it's kind of weird, bro. Yeah, sea pickles can be placed outside of water, but they don't glow. Okay, that's right. Also, I know lodestones are kind of old now, but what the heck are they? I don't remember. Are they... I think I found these in like a nether chest? Are they nether related? Or... because I don't really know where to put them. You anchor a compass to them? Oh, okay. That's actually kind of useful. I can put one in my base and then bring a compass with me so I always know where to go back to. Although it's kind of pointless if you just know your chords. You just go back to your chords. I'll throw them in the redstone chest. Sounds like a redstone item. Bed. Bed. I keep forgetting. I need to make a bed. Where's my wool? I don't remember where I put my wool. Mob drops? Oh, wait, building blocks, that's right. It's more for nether. I guess that makes sense because I found it in the nether chest. That doesn't make sense. Why would a lodestone be more useful in the nether? I mean, it wouldn't be just equally useful in both the nether and the overworld if you just want to find a certain area? Of course, it's daytime now. Well, at least we have a bed for when it turns nighttime again. Equally useful because a compass originally points to world spawn. Yeah, that's true. So, is it... It's in the nether where the compass just goes wacko mode, right? It doesn't point anywhere, it just kind of spins around in the nether. You can technically set spawn using a respawn anchor, and the regular compass points there. I don't know, man. Wait, so the... What's a respawn anchor then? Is that another block you can find? Or is that used with the lodestone? Alright, so we got the 3x3. Looking good. Was that 3x3? 3x4. I don't know. Whatever. What do we want to do on this side? So I'm thinking... Maybe we do the same... Can we do the same thing? No, this is a 2x2, so we need to have the 2x2 window. I guess we'll have another 2x2 up there, but then that makes a problem on this side. It's not even. So what we're gonna have to do... We can do... Yeah, we can do the 3 window thing here again, and then... Maybe we get rid of those and do 1 big window? I'm not sure how I want to do this. Can we do the 3 window here again? No, we can't. X and Y theme went buck nutty. Yeah, agreed. Respawn anchor is to set spawn in the nether. Okay, that's right. The bed in the nether if you fill with glowstone. You gonna watch some American Dad for a bit since you just took an insane dab? Sounds good, man. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your American Dad. Yeah, I'm pretty hyped for Legends ZA. I won't lie, after watching the actual like fully revealed trailers and everything, I mean, it doesn't look as good as Legends Arceus. I won't lie. I think it just doesn't look as appealing in terms of the world. I like the idea of it being set in a city, but just from what we've seen, the city doesn't seem that interesting. Nothing compared to like being able to go out in the wilds like in Arceus. So I'm a little skeptical about that. But I still think it'll be good. And the main reason I'm excited is just so I can use Tepig after like years. Getting to use Tepig once again as my starter, it's gonna feel amazing. Oh, has there been leaked megas? Oh, I gotta check that out. I've kind of stayed off of the Pokemon news recently. I mainly watch Tyranitar Tube for the Pokemon updates, and I haven't really watched a new video by him in a while. How's the house going to be 3x4 if the 4th block is in the 3rd window by the 4th row of the houses inside? Dog, what? Okay, look. It's because I'm pulling this all out. Which actually... See... I need to pull this wall out more. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with this wall here, though. Because I don't like how it's uneven now. But the problem is... This needs to be... Huh. I may have messed up. Here, let's just keep working and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Also, this song is a little too intense. Let's change this one. I like Area Zero, but we don't need the intensity right now. We're playing Minecraft. Meganium? Androgalgy? Ooh. Wait. So does that mean the starters are gonna get megas? Dude. Has Mega Ember been leaked? I gotta see that immediately. Wait, wrong block. Do I have... I can clear this out, actually. But dude, if Mega Ember... If that's a thing, I gotta see it. You don't think they made regional final forms? Yeah, that's the thing. I think with Megas being back, it's most likely that they would give Megas to the starters rather than regional forms. And that's kind of what I'm hoping for, because regional forms are cool, but Megas are so much cooler. Yeah, we're talking about Legends ZA, the new Pokemon game. Not a Pokemon guy? You should be. That's all I'm gonna say. You should be, man. Pokemon is awesome. I need stairs. You have the cards from when you were younger, but don't play the games. Yeah, I feel like that was a lot of people. Just because the cards were so massive. A lot of people probably had the cards or collected the cards a little bit, but just had no experience with the games. For me, the cards were just my like introduction, and then I got super into the games. But it's kind of crazy how, because of Pokemon being so massive, there's so many different facets of, you know, how someone can get into the series. What's the door over here look like? Did we have... Okay. Okay, yeah, I can work with that. Pokemon cards are a better investment than actual stocks? Probably. I don't know. It's probably safer in some cases. I don't know. It just depends. Hold on one second. Let me let my dog out of my room. Ugh. Alright. And yes, I do have a dog. Real life Pokemon. For anyone who might not know. Her name is Luna. She is an awesome dog. Alright, let's start bringing this wall out. Should play some Alpha MC. Do it, dude. I'd love to see what you build on there. That's something I've been wanting to do for a while. I know I've mentioned it before. Starting an old version of Minecraft. It just seems really fun, especially after watching so much of Monster. Just kind of makes you want to try it yourself. And while I think it would be fun, I do think it might be a little kind of weird to get used to and a little irritating just because of how limited it is compared to modern Minecraft. But I don't know. I guess we'll see if I ever do try it out. You have a dog named Luna as well? I didn't know that. You're not building? You're so bad? Hey, it's alpha. I'm sure you can make something that looks decent in alpha. I mean, the whole point of, well, not the whole point, but a big reason a lot of people like to play older versions is because there's not much, like, I guess, competitiveness around building because the block palette is so limited, and like even what you would consider bad builds these days would probably look good in alpha, you know? Your dogs are named Pepperoni and Pancake. Those are some sick names. Yeah, I won't lie, Luna is a pretty common name for dogs. I feel like it's one of the most common names out there. I wonder what the most common name for dogs are. Or like Daisy. Luna's probably up there. Maybe Jake. Pretty sure this is the X and Y soundtrack. Goes insanely hard, by the way. I'm probably gonna replay X and Y once I finish my Soul Silver playthrough, which I'm almost done with. I'm at like the 5th gym, I think, in Kanto post game. Pretty fun so far. Luna, Bella, Jake, definitely among the most popular. Yeah. I don't know. I think I was in, I want to say like 10th grade in high school when I named Luna, my dog Luna, and I don't know why, I just thought the name was cool. I just went with the name, but it is a pretty basic name. Alright, let's do stripped logs now. I really like the way stripped logs look. Ever since they've been introduced, I've loved using them for builds. Because typically what I would do is I'd have like the wood frame like this, and then the actual wall would be like planks. But I think the contrast to this stripped log looks really nice. Big fan. You finished 10th grade when you got your Luna? Dude. Are we like twins? Also, yeah, Honk. X and Y was definitely unfinished. A little unfortunate. Still like great game, but yeah, sadly unfinished. The lady who's fostering the mom has like a girl who's 7 or 8 at the time, and the one litter was born, they all got named food items. That's amazing. Yeah, stripped logs are cleaner. You see, okay, that reminds me of like Pokemon nicknames as well. So I've just recently started nicknaming my Pokemon. And like, cause I had never done that as a kid. I don't know, I just kind of preferred like keeping their normal names. But I won't lie, like coming up with fun little nicknames for your Pokemon is like one of the best parts because it makes you feel like even more connected to your team, which is really fun. In fact, I can read out my team right now to you guys if you want for Soul Silver. Pretty proud of my team so far. You either have very, very silly names or serious names. Yeah. That's kind of me too. So, I think with this team for Soul Silver, my team is relatively serious. I just came up with like fun names I thought would fit the Pokemon. So, obviously for my Lugia, this is maybe the name I'm most proud of. So for my Lugia, I named it Cass, C-A-S-S, and the reasoning behind this was just because, primarily, I'm a Star Wars fan, and my mind was like, oh man, I love Andor, because this was like when I just finished Andor, and I was like, dude, Cass, kind of a cool name, Cassian Andor, but I thought it fit Lugia specifically because Cass, right? Kind of sounds like Cascade. Cascade, waterfall, ocean. You find Lugia underneath Whirl Islands by a waterfall. I thought Cass kind of fit. And even better, right? Lugia is a flying type, kind of like a legendary bird. Cass, in case you don't know, in Breath of the Wild, is the name of a bird who plays a... What is it? Shoot, what's the instrument from friggin' Sea of Thieves? Accordion. So Cass plays an accordion in Breath of the Wild, and he's a bird, a Rito. And yeah, his name is spelled K-A-S-S. But Cass for my Lugia is spelled C-A-S-S, starting with a C, because Lugia is the guardian of the sea. Isn't that such a sick name? Like, I thought of that just randomly, and I was like, dude, this fits so well. There's so much deeper meaning to it. But yeah, I thought Cass was a cool name. Not an accordion, but something similar. Yeah. Whatever it's called. Basically the same thing. Yeah. But that's probably my best name. Then for my Typhlosion, I named it Daxter. Off of Jak and Daxter. Because... What animal is Daxter? A weasel or something? I don't even remember. But basically, Typhlosion kind of reminds me of that. I know Typhlosion is more supposed to be like a hedgehog, but kind of fits. Then we got Link the Ampharos. I don't really know where this came from. I just thought the name Link was cool. It wasn't even supposed to be like Zelda inspired. It was more so just I thought Link kind of fit with Ampharos. That's where that came from. Then we got Claw, the Scizor. This is a pretty basic name. I think, obviously, Scizor, he has big claws. Originally, though, this is actually inspired by a friend of mine who, his name, his gamer tag, is Claw. And he asked me to name a Pokemon after him, so I was like, okay, bet. I'll name Scizor. So it kind of fits. Then after that, we got Ronnie the Umbreon, which I also really like. I didn't expect my Eevee to be a female, but when it was a female, I was like, oh, perfect opportunity. I'll name it Ronnie. And I thought that fit brilliantly for anyone who's played Elden Ring. Ronnie is the witch of the full moon or whatever, the dark moon. And Umbreon's all about nighttime and the moon. So I thought it fit pretty nicely as well. Let me put a block down here so I can place this. If I ever go back to the black and white, name the Ducklet after you. If I use a Ducklet, I don't really know if I've ever had motivation to use a Ducklet, to be honest. I don't know. I guess Swana's a decent mon. Maybe I'll use one. But if I do, I promise you I will name it after you. And then, finally, I used the red Gyarados. Named him Brutus. Thought Brutus was a kind of cool name. Mainly got the name from Call of Duty Zombies, for anyone who's played the warden in Mob of the Dead is named Brutus. And I also just thought Brutus is a pretty, like, strong name. It kind of fits a Gyarados. Don't diss the ducklet. Apologies. I didn't mean to offend. But yeah, that's my team on Soul Silver. Makes you think about Mortis. What, from Star Wars? But yeah, I mean, pretty fun team. I like my naming scheme. If I do, I'll probably when I do my X and Y playthrough, I'll probably name my Mons again, and I'll probably do more wacky names there. I like the idea of naming my Pokemon off of food items. If I ever play Brick Bronze, name my Diglett after John F. Kennedy. That's a good idea. Alright. I need to add cobblestone on the bottom here, because that was how it was before. The name that struck the most fear. Mortis Arc breakdown right now. Dude, the Mortis Arc has always been the strangest to me, because it's like, I mean, obviously it's meant to be strange, but I don't really like the ideas that it presented for balance. Because I think a lot of people who maybe don't know a lot about Star Wars, they hear, oh, bring balance to the Force. And that kind of instantly makes you think that balance means like equal Sith, equal Jedi, which has just never been the case. And I think the Mortis Arc kind of like implies that. What's up, Wavage? Welcome to the stream, man. But the thing with the Mortis Arc, right? It implies that you know, balance. I need more spruce wood. I'm gonna go get more spruce. But it implies balance is equal Sith, equal Jedi. In a sense, right? Because you have like the basically avatar of the dark side, the sun, and then the avatar of the light, or, you know, the Force. I know there's technically no light side, which is also another fact I want to talk about, but I don't know. I don't really fully remember what happens. It's been a little while, but essentially Anakin is like able to control both. And generally a lot of people think that, right? That balance is like equal Sith, equal Jedi, and that when you know, Anakin betrayed the Jedi and Order 66 happened, that was the prophecy being fulfilled. Which is not the case. True balance in the Force is no Sith, just the Jedi, and that's because balance can only be achieved without the Sith. The Sith are what bring the Force out of balance. The Sith are evil and selfish, and they bring the universe, the galaxy, out of balance because of them imposing their will on the innocent and basically being evil. That's the whole idea of the Sith, is selfishness and taking what you want and giving nothing in return. And the whole, we know that the galaxy is, and kind of the Force is built on this symbiotic relationship between all life, right? And so the Sith existing contradicts that very idea. So balance can only be achieved by destroying the Sith. And that's why, obviously, at the end, we have Vader finally killing Palpatine and also dying himself. That is what brings true balance, is ending the Sith. So if anyone ever asks you about, or you get into a debate about balance in the Force, just remember that. Balance is the removal of the Sith and the dark side. That's also why I don't like the idea of gray Jedi, because it's a fascinating concept for a Jedi to use both the light and the dark, but that's just not, like, technically possible in the lore of Star Wars, right? The dark side is something that corrupts and will dominate your destiny forever the moment you take your first step down the dark side. And Luke was never truly a Jedi. Well, that's the thing. That's another thing, is the Jedi aren't really this, like, concrete thing, right? The Jedi were simply an order that followed a set of principles, a set of rules. But realistically, anyone can act like a Jedi. You have the actual Jedi Order, and then you have basically the principles and the idea of the Jedi. So no, while Luke wasn't really a Jedi in terms of becoming a knight and being a part of the Order, he was still technically a Jedi in the way he acted. And you could also argue he was a real Jedi as a part of the Order because he was trained under Yoda. And Yoda literally says, only until you face Vader will you become a Jedi, or something like that. But then at the same time, Yoda says after he dies, the last of the Jedi he will be. So it's a little convoluted. But at the end of the day, I don't think, like, you know, it's super strict and specific as to, like, if he is or isn't a Jedi. I mean, as an audience, we're kind of supposed to believe that, yes, Luke is a Jedi. At the same time, though, I think it's very important to remember it's maybe not until the very end that Luke becomes a Jedi, when he throws away his lightsaber. He didn't necessarily follow the principles of the Order either, especially when he used a red lightsaber immediately after the events of Return of the Jedi. Wait, when did he use a red lightsaber? Are you talking about Legends? Because I'm not super familiar with Legends. But that's the biggest thing, though, about Luke's character. It's about rejecting what the Jedi stood for in terms of the bad things, right? Obviously, he's a Jedi in all the good ways. I don't think... Well, I don't know. I'm not super familiar with Legends, so I don't really know a whole lot about Luke after Return of the Jedi. I know, like, the gist. I know he gets with Mara Jade. I know he becomes, like, an incredibly powerful Grandmaster, but I haven't read any of the novels or anything. But regardless, though, the whole idea of Luke is he is what the Jedi should have been. You know nothing about Star Wars? Yeah, it's a little complex if you don't really know. All I can say is watch Star Wars if you guys haven't. Star Wars is awesome, and you will find a lot of enjoyment out of it. Favorite Jedi? That's hard. I think growing up it was always Anakin. I mean, I'm not saying this is my favorite Jedi, not necessarily who I think is the best Jedi or the most Jedi-like. But I think these days, Cal Kestis for sure. After playing the games, Cal Kestis is peak Jedi, peak character. He's an awesome character. Even if you're not a Star Wars fan, I think you guys should definitely play Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. Great games. You don't know any more than the original 6 movies? Yeah, that's valid. The 6 movies are really all you need to watch. And I think only if you like really, really enjoyed the movies should you go out and watch more. I think if that's the beautiful thing about it, you don't really need to watch more than just the 6 movies. But if you want to, there's so much more that you can explore. So much other shows, other movies, games, books, comics, lore, all that good stuff. So it's very much available to you if you are really fascinated with the story and the universe. Yeah, except for the sequels. I'm sure if you know anything about recent Star Wars, you will know that the sequels are very controversial. And for good reason. They are not very good in terms of storytelling and writing. Unfortunately. But yeah, most of the side content for Star Wars is brilliant. If you want to like check out more Star Wars, if you did enjoy the movies, I think like first and foremost, what I highly recommend is 3 things. Clone Wars, because it's just more, it gives more context to the prequels, and it's overall just a solid show. There's some pretty lame episodes, because keep in mind, Clone Wars is technically a kids show. It's made for kids, mostly. But there are some really good parts of Clone Wars. And there's just a lot to unpack there. But if you want real quality, and I'm talking like real good stuff, it's a little different in tone and pacing from the films. But in terms of quality, it's maybe the best writing that Star Wars has ever had. The spin-off movie Rogue One, which takes place just before Episode 4. And then the prequel to that movie, Andor. It's the show. Rogue One and Andor are like peak Star Wars. So those are my recommendations for anyone who wants to explore more Star Wars content. Clone Wars, Andor, and Rogue One are some of the best you can get. Some of the best the series has to offer. I need more stone, actually, because I kind of want to put stone there. Okay. Season 7 of Clone Wars is your favorite Star Wars content? Yeah. That's the thing about Clone Wars, right? It's a pretty long show. I think there's 7 seasons. And there's a lot of episodes that are kind of duds that you probably could skip. It's really up to you. But I'd probably recommend some of the the crappier ones, especially the ones with Jar Jar you can skip. But the good episodes of Clone Wars are amazing. Like, I'm talking some of the best Star Wars out there, especially, that final arc is just brilliant. Alright, let's finish the wall up there. I don't know if I'll have enough wood, but we'll see. Darth Jar Jar. I'm pretty sure they put Darth Jar Jar in one of those Lego shows. Okay, cobble. Yeah. I'm gonna have to fix that part as well. Pong Krell, yeah. I think that arc was really good. I won't lie. That's another case of kind of writing. Pong Krell was very just overly evil. He was very much like a mustache twirling villain, which I wasn't the biggest fan of. I still think he was pretty effective in what he was meant to do. I just think, could have been better. But at the same time, you do have to kind of give them benefit of the doubt, because, you know, it's a kids show. Which is, I think, the whole idea of, oh, it's a kids show, you know, don't be too harsh on it, is worth, you know, taking into consideration. But at the same time, I think, you know, having kids shows be like good quality is important as well. You know, just because it's a kids show doesn't mean it should be bad or have poor writing. I mean, look at Avatar. That's a clear example of an amazing kids show. He was the epitome of the failures of the Jedi being over-militaristic. Yeah. I agree. I do think it was just a little overplayed in terms of his villainous attitude. I don't know if that's just me, though. Because, like, here's my thing, right? It made sense that he was, like, very dismissive of the clones. You know, calling them, you know, expendable. But I think the end twist where he just ended up, like, actually, like, wanting to rule the galaxy and join the Separatists and work with Sidious, that was, like, a little too much. That made him seem a little too cartoonish. I think if they had stuck with the idea that he was simply way too militaristic and didn't see the clones as people, that would have been far more effective than having the kind of twist at the end, because I think that it kind of made his character a little less, I don't know, it didn't make me take him as seriously. But yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender is S tier. 100% agree. Ah! Oh, I need to eat. I'm trying to sprint. I'm over here. Zero hunger. Yeah. But I do like the general idea of that arc, having the clones basically have to go rogue against a Jedi who went rogue. Really, really fun and interesting. I just think it could have been done a little better. But that goes with most arcs in the Clone Wars. Really good ideas. Maybe suffer a little bit in the writing department here and there. Except for that final season, or final arc at least. I think it's some of the best we've ever gotten. Welcome backstage. Yeah, we're talking Clone Wars. Very, very good show. It actually took me forever to fully finish Clone Wars, because I watched it as a kid, right? I watched the first few seasons as a kid when they were airing. But after a while, I kind of stopped. And I didn't actually, like, fully catch up on it and watch the rest until, like, I want to say, like, 3 years ago? So I was a little late to it. Dude, yes. I'm down. Battlefront 2 stream. Gotta do another one of those. Maybe this weekend. How'd I decide on Ember as my name? A little long story, actually. Well, not really. So, basically, right, my name was... what was it? It was Extreme Crafter first, right? I went through a lot of names. But my first ever gamer tag was Extreme Crafter. Pretty iconic gamer tag. for like 9-year-old me on the Xbox. And I went through a lot of name changes since that. Hold on, the music's a little loud. Let me turn it down. At least for me. Let's actually change the song. There we go. But yeah, I had a lot of gamer tags over the years, and Ember is actually a fairly recent name. Tell them what the SP stands for. I'll get to that. So I was always a Destiny fan. I really loved Destiny over the years. I've been playing it since, I kind of quit recently, but I've been playing Destiny since its inception, since the D1 beta. And I remember vividly, I think this was maybe 2016, maybe 2017. It was before Destiny 2. So I think it was like a couple months before Destiny 2 came out. I watched a Destiny 1 montage by a really talented montage creator named Jellyman. And one of his montages was titled Ember. And I was obsessed with this montage for the longest time. And I'm pretty sure this was back in like 2016. It was like the Rise of Iron era, for anyone familiar with Destiny. And I was obsessed with this montage. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. It was really, really well edited. The song was by an artist that I ended up coming to really enjoy. And again, the title was named Ember. And for some reason, I really liked the sound of that. And I was like, that'd be a kind of cool name. And then maybe, I don't know if it really influenced much, but I also got into Warframe a little bit during that time. And I mained the Warframe named Ember Prime. And I think that was really it. That's kind of what inspired me. I don't know, I've always liked fire when it comes to Pokemon. I've always been a fire type fan. And honestly, I think it was mainly that montage, but it was probably just the general idea of fire and liking fire type Pokemon and maining Ember in Warframe and just all these different aspects. And just also the name Ember sounded cool to me. And that just kind of what led to me wanting to make my new gamer tag Ember. Have I seen the new Ember skin on Warframe? No, I haven't played Warframe in years. Send it though in the Discord. Let me take a look though. Or I'll look it up. Ember heirloom skin. But yeah, that's kind of where the name came from. Of course, just the name Ember is kind of not the most original, and it's also not really free on a lot of platforms. What's up, Flix? Welcome. So I did have to come up with some prefixes and stuff like that, and that's where I came up with Ember SP, which is my gamer tag on Xbox and a lot of other platforms. SP simply stemming from the Game Boy Advance SP, which was my first ever console that I owned myself. And then Sir Ember, I just liked the idea of Sir. I don't know. I like fantasy. I like knights, so I thought Sir Ember sounded kind of cool. But yeah, honestly not super interesting of a story, but there you have it. I thought Ember was a cool word, and I liked fire and a montage of Destiny. Maybe I'll show the montage for you guys. But first, let's look at this Ember skin. You said Ember heirloom skin. Look at that. That's kind of cool. Yo, Flix! 2 months. Thank you, man. Appreciate the 2 months. But yeah, I'd always loved Ember. And low-key, she kind of bad. But yeah, this is a cool skin, though. I don't know if I'll ever go back to Warframe. But I can still appreciate... Oh my god. Whoa, NSFW, NSFW. Um, You've gone from Coolie Man, 7-year-old you, to Professor MLP 11, intentionally misspelled, to Solar Flare, to Cloud Master, depending on the game, and now Sage. Kind of cool. I like Sage though. Sage is a cool name. Please don't report. Please don't report. In fact, here let me look up this this montage. Jellyman. Just so you guys can see. Jellyman Destiny. This is basically the origin of my gamertag. So here it is. Ember. Yep, 8 years ago. So this was, I want to say this was Rise of Iron era. I don't want to do the math right now, but this was like, I was obsessed with this montage. Yeah, 100k views. And he's a pretty small channel too, so like this was one of his bigger ones. But his editing was like really, really cool. Also the song Towards the Light by Jakku. Jakku is like a really nice artist who makes a lot of this like really relaxing atmospheric music, and I was obsessed with him for a while. But yeah, I remember watching this for the first time and I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And he's also pretty damn good. Yeah. But like the editing, maybe these days you might see it as a little over-edited, but I still think it's pretty sick. And also, yeah, for 8 years ago, really good, yeah. But I also really loved how all of his montages were like themed around something. And so this one, hold on, this next part coming up soon, or it might be later in the montage, but we'll watch the whole thing. But yes, the theme of this one was Self-Res and Sunsinger on the Warlock, which is super cool and fitting with the title Ember. And I just think like the story that he kind of tells through his editing is brilliant. And the song just, it fits so beautifully. Sage, bro, you gotta chill. Here it is. I love this part. And then he dies. And then he self-resurrects. It's so cool. I remember watching this. I was like, I don't know, 13, 14. Just thought it was the coolest thing ever. And I also really like how he used shotguns, right? Like, most Destiny montages are of snipers, right? And he uses some snipers in this one as well, but you don't really see a lot of shotgun clips like this. And he's going off. He's running double shotty most of the time. It really brings me back, though. I really miss Destiny 1. Yeah. Absolutely incredible. There's another self-res as well. Oh, okay. I completely forgot about this. He ends the montage on this crazy clip. Freaking like 720 quick scope. Absolutely wild. Yeah. Can't recommend him enough. I don't know if he really makes content anymore, but if you guys are interested in like Yeah, he hasn't uploaded in a while. But if you guys are interested in montages like that, and if you like Destiny, looks like he does some CS:GO stuff now, maybe Valorant. I don't know if any of these are that, but yeah, go check some of his stuff out. Yeah, Bro said watch these clips. Insanely talented editor. I wish he still did it, honestly. Looks like he kind of just quit. Let's put on the Pokemon music again. Let's do this one. Don't worry, I believe you. I believe you, Sage. It's just autocorrect. Sure. Sure. All right. Let's go grab some more stone. Let's finish up this wall because I feel like I've been lacking. I've just kind of been slowly chipping away at it. Let's actually finish this thing. Yeah, I've been yapping too much. I don't know if you guys can tell, even my voice is kind of getting strained. I feel like that happens a lot when I stream. I yap a lot, which is probably a good thing for streaming, but my voice gets pretty tired pretty quickly. Am I out of stone? Oh, I put it in this chest. Oh, crap, I am out of stone. Oh, wait, no, we're good. Cancel Sage right now. I can't believe you're saying such horrible things in my chat. Think I'm gonna allow that? All right. So by the way, guys, so I'm thinking this weekend. Not sure if I'll stream tomorrow. I'll let you guys know in the Discord. But probably at least Sunday and definitely at several points next week. I'll definitely be streaming more. I'm probably going to be doing more Skyrim streams in the next week. But I'm thinking of maybe next week, maybe next weekend, doing the Halo stream I've been talking about. Because I've been really wanting to actually play through Halo 2, 3, ODST, and Reach again. For those who don't know, I've only played Halo 1 and Halo Reach and Halo 4. But I want to stream Halo 2 and 3. So let me know if you guys want to see that at some point next week, because I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be a nice game to just stream and just like play and beat in a single stream. Because if they're anything like the Halos that I've played, I don't think the Halo games are that long at all. So I'm pretty sure we could probably do like all of Halo 2 in one stream. Because I think it only takes, what, like 5-6 hours, the campaign? If I'm correct. So we need to fix that up there. $1 trillion gifted. Yeah. Sorry, Sage. That's the price. 1 trillion gifted, or you're banned. Okay. It's uneven, but it'll have to do. And you know what? I think it still looks okay. Especially once we add some more detail, once we add the windows. And also, I want to add the stairs that I was adding. I'm low on spruce once again, which is not good. Oh wait, I have stairs in my inventory. What am I doing? Right there. I might need more than that, but we'll see. I do need to make this longer. Hey, don't feel like you have to sub, man. I know, I mean, I appreciate it, but like, don't feel like you gotta keep subbing. Like, you got the founder badge. You can, you don't have to continue, at least not forever, you know? If you can't, don't. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, if only sub if you guys are financially able to. That is the wrong spot. I need to put this out. That's why I do recommend if you have like Amazon Prime, because then you get the Prime sub for free. Wait, I'm using strip logs. Whoops. Yeah, I'm lying. You guys better sub or you're getting banned. There we go. Whoops. Oh my god, I can't place blocks correctly. Wonderful. Alright, we need more spruce. Let's go grab more and then we'll continue working. What should you do to regain your honor? Maybe give me some good ideas for channel points. I don't know if any of you guys have seen, but I did add one channel point reward. Actually, I think I named them Ember coins. But there's a reward. I think I put it at 35,000 Ember coins. For this obviously would be when we're not playing Minecraft, but basically quit the game and play Minecraft. It should show up for you guys, but that's the only reward I've added. So I need some better ideas. I don't know what ideas you guys might have in mind. Hydrate, posture check, song requests. Good idea. Those are some good ideas. I'll probably add those. What should we put the hydrate and posture check at? Maybe only like a couple thousand. Maybe a couple hundred, actually. I just don't want to get spammed by it if everyone does it every 2 seconds. Hydrate is 1. Yeah, I'm curious. How much do you guys have? I don't really know the rate at which you gain them. 470, 7k? Okay. So I'd say like upwards in like the 10k to 20k to 30k range is like a long time viewer. You got 1800? Or you gotta be opening them chests. How much do the chests give you? Like 100 every like couple minutes? You have several 100,000 in other streams? Damn. I guess it is also fair. I don't stream every day. So I do have to keep that in mind for prices. I want some more fun ones though, you know? Not just like, oh, posture check. Oh, hydrate. What are some like real fun, goofy ones? Maybe like to my my misery. Like stuff that I would hate. Foxy jump scare. Ooh, that'd actually be a good one. I could try and figure something like that out. Have a jump scare. Or like play a really loud noise. Shot of hot. Hot sauce, yeah. I could do that. I'm thinking I might do face cam pretty soon. Little face reveal action. Mainly because at some point in the future, maybe later this year, I would like to start doing some face cam stuff for my videos. And if I'm going to do that, I might as well do face cam on Twitch as well. I'm probably not going to do face cam for like every stream, but for most streams I might. He knows no bounds. That's funny. Yeah, autocorrect is really out for you, bro. Would I ever add 7 TV emotes to the stream? What do you mean 7 TV? I mean, I have some emotes, obviously, but at some point, I'm going to add more. Oh, yeah, Peepo. I should add Peepo emotes, because I do like Peepo. 7 TV, highly recommend looking into it. Okay. I'll check it out. Looking forward to the hot tub stream? Alright. Sounds good, Jay. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun at B-dubs, and eat plenty of wings for me. That sounds amazing. Let's get a little bit more spruce and then we'll head back. Seven. Okay, now I gotta know what this is. Let me look it up. 7 TV emote. What is this? Oh, do they add emotes to the stream? Like on screen? Is that what that is? Kind of looks like it. If that's the case, I'm totally down to do that. That looks awesome. Alright, let's head back. How many beers we have left? I'm not drinking right now. Are you? You sent the editor request in DMs? Okay. I'll accept it real quick. Ah, I see. That's cool. Okay, editor, do I just put in your Twitch name? Yeah. Affinity 9. Alright, you should be an editor now. What up, exotic hand cannons? I'm trying to think of who you are. But there's only a few people that would know that name. That is a very deep cut. So for anyone who doesn't know, I know I mentioned my first gamer tag was Extreme Crafter. And I went through a few other gamer tags after that. But one of my shortest lived... No, that's not my real name. One of my shortest lived gamer tags was Lustio. And I don't even know how old I was, but I don't think I knew what the word lust meant. And I thought Lustio sounded cool. And it was literally my name for like, I don't know, a week. Less than that. Oh my god. Welcome, dude. I don't know if you want me to say your name. Fish. Welcome. I assume that's you. Or I guess it could be a couple other people. Is it you, Fish? Incorrect. Ooh. Saneeth? I don't know, man. Is it Mr. Saneeth? Illusion? Perchance. Dude, how have you been? Long time no see. I feel like it's been ages since we've talked. Alright, let's sleep. Okay. To regain your honor, find the avatar, bite into a lemon, shot of hot sauce. You want me to choose, or you're saying you gotta do all three? Because I think it'd be funny for you to do all three. Saw the notif in Discord. It's good to know it's working. Welcome, welcome. Ah! I hate creepers, man. Okay. Take a shot of hot sauce. And send proof of a before and after of the hot sauce in the Discord. Then I'll believe you. Alright. We can finally finish this wall that I've been spending ages on. Let's make sure I didn't miss any of the stripped logs. Oh, let me make sure all that's straightened out as well. Well, either way, you don't have permissions to actually at everyone, and even if you did, probably wouldn't allow it. Last time we DM'd was 2023. Wow. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, Mr. Exotic Hand Cannons is a longtime friend of mine. But yeah, not really playing Destiny anymore. I don't know if you could tell. It's been pretty nice though, because I've just been playing a lot of other games I've been like wanting to play for years. Like right now I'm playing Skyrim, which I've never played before. It's good to hear, man. Yeah, I was playing a lot of Rivals when it first came out, but I haven't really played in a while. Kind of fell off. But I've been enjoying a lot of single player games recently. It's really nice. Thinking we do the 3 window thing here as well. Kind of like the way that looks. Pretty decent. All right. Let's add the stairs. Oh, did you send me the wrong one? Let me check. I do need to hydrate though. Speaking of hydration. I'll be right back, guys. Give me literally like a minute. I'm gonna go grab some water. Okay, I am back. Water acquired. Huh. Alright, Sage. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, let me add you to the editor. It's kind of infinitely loading. I'm not sure why. I think I need to sign in. Yeah, there we go. Editor. You're not showing up for some reason. Did I spell it right? Tomorrow's the day your honor is regained. We will see. We will see. I'm not sure why, but you're not showing up, Affinity. When I type in your name. I'll figure it out later. We'll figure it out at some point. Not sure why it's not working. Oh well. It is a cool idea, though. Sounds cool. Not really, to be honest. I'm still friends with Tucker, but I haven't really talked to him in a while. We kind of had this, like, era where, like, we kind of have different friend groups, and occasionally we'd join the other's party and catch up, but nah, we don't really play much anymore. In fact, it's been probably over a year since we last actually spoke. Sadly. It kind of happens, though, you know? Yes, I haven't talked to him in a while as well, but he is still on my friends list. For real, he's the GOAT. Okay. I still don't know how I like that, but it'll have to do. I'm sure I can change it at some point if I want. Let's add a window here. And a window there. You know what I can do? Maybe I can get rid of... I don't know. I'll figure it out at some point. Alright. I appreciate it, man. It was cool catching up. You have a good one, man. Oh no. You got an ad. My apologies. Okay. What do we need to do now? Let's fix this. So let's make sure these pillars are straight. Okay, let's also add these stairs here. YouTube's been pissing you off? Why is that? No good recommendations, or is it because of ads? Oh yeah. It's the adpocalypse once again. Although I don't think that was really what the adpocalypse was. Yeah, definitely use an ad blocker. I use a uBlock Origin. That's been working pretty well for me. Okay. Is all of this... Okay, I think we're good on this wall. Let's make sure this looks good over here. Need to get that block up there, and then we need to fix this side over here. Wasn't the adpocalypse drought of ad... Yeah, I think for a while it was because YouTube was really strict with their like demonetization. And yeah, there's like basically no ads being shown for a lot of YouTubers. Or at the very least, the ads weren't giving much money at all. Your game is an update, you'll stay for a bit longer? Awesome. Absolutely massive. Yeah. I guess these days it's a different kind of adpocalypse, where now they're just... maybe there's too many ads, as opposed to not enough. I don't like how my screen kind of gets darker when I'm low on hunger. It's kind of annoying. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I should probably start lighting up the place. I want to go get lanterns. So I'm gonna go do that. And grab some torches as well for the surrounding area for temporary lighting. Okay. I think I'd put lanterns in here if there's any left. Maybe not. Okay, well there's torches. I don't have any lanterns. I guess I used them all. In that case, I guess we'll make some. $11. Want some more. Let's do a little more. That should be good. And then we'll go light up the place. Skeleton. Gotta light up the inside as well. Let's put down the fences out here first. Make this start looking pretty. We'll put lanterns on that. And then fences. Lantern, fences. This is probably not going to go all the way across because the water wheel's going to be here. But we will get to that when we get to it. Your last DM was to Tucker was 4 years ago, asking him if he wanted to do VOG. Yeah. It's kind of crazy how, like, I look at my friends list these days, and it's like, I'd say 99% of my friends are all met through Destiny. Like people that I met from playing Destiny. Which is crazy to think about. It kind of sucks that all my old, like, 360 friends that weren't even Destiny friends, like, I just either somehow I'm no longer friends with them or have just been offline for years. That isn't a bad thing. I mean, no, I don't think it is. It's just crazy to think about that you find so many friends and connections through like a single game. Like think about it, you know, if I had never touched Destiny, I probably would not be the person I am today. If I had never played Destiny, I wouldn't have met a lot of my longtime friends. And I think that goes to show that online friends are very much just as important as real life friends. I know a lot of people might have like a stigma towards online friends, like, oh, online friends aren't real friends, you don't actually like know them in person. But I mean, online friends are usually like the people you talk to more than anyone else, you know? Just as, yeah, exactly, just as valid as IRL friends. Okay, is there anything else I want to do before I move on to the roof? Let's make sure the stairs are on every window part. I think I did play Trove with you guys, yeah. For a little bit. Trove was an interesting game, to say the least. It was kind of cool when we first played it. You lost touch of your online friends because your Discord getting hacked? That sucks. I think for me, it was... I don't know why. I was never sentimental, or I guess I was also pretty stupid as a kid. But a lot of times, if I just didn't play with a friend for long enough, I would just unfriend them. And that led to a lot of my like OG Xbox 360 friends. I'm just no longer like they're no longer on my friends list, which kind of sucks. Let me make more stairs. Oh my god, yeah, our little island. Forgot about that. Yeah, I just, that's the reality. I just hated all my old friends. It really sucks too, because even if you're not playing with them, it's cool to like hop on your old account and see all your old friends, even if it says offline since, you know, 10 years ago or whatever. It's nostalgic. Kind of makes you reflect. Hopefully they're all doing well. All the old friends I still haven't spoken to in years. Should we add a window here? I'm thinking we had a window here. Yeah. And we'll extend this a little bit. Tear of the Kingdom. You keep up the bad jokes, are gonna get banned, bro. That one was kind of cringe. All right, you got to step it up. If you're gonna tell jokes, make them funny. Does Xbox display your real name only to you, or is it saying it to everyone? It should. So you should have an option. I think by default, it doesn't, and I think every time you add a friend, it should ask you like, "Hey, do you want to show them your real name?" I think I have it set to only friends of mine can see my name. Alright. I still don't know how I feel about the windows. I'll probably fix it at some point, but for now we'll probably move on to the roof. Has your full government name on it? Yeah, you can just go to your profile and just, like, remove that if you want. That's funny. Okay. Oh, I don't even have the right stuff. Gotta get stairs. Do I have enough stairs? I think I should. Guess we'll see. Alright, let's go start on the roof. Yeah, I'll definitely add a chimney. Probably add it on the backside, maybe up in the front. I don't know. Press Shift Tab. Why? Oh. It opens my friend thing. Oh. We are now friends. I didn't know there was a thing on Lunar Client. That's cool. Alright, let's do the outline of the roof first. So what I'm doing here is, like you kind of see there, cobblestone outline. The inside is all going to be dark oak, which I think is a good kind of contrast. And I didn't want to just do spruce. I wanted it to be a little different because I'm using a lot of spruce in this build. So I decided to add some dark oak to give it a little darker tone on the top. Is this single player? Yes, this is my single player survival world. I'm planning on probably making a server at some point. It'll probably be through my Patreon. Once the Patreon's gotten big enough to actually support a server. I'm out of cobblestone, which is fine. I do think the roof is really going to help the build to come together. Make it look real nice. Same with the water wheel. I'm kind of excited to make that. This is all uneven though. We gotta get rid of this. All right, let's go grab some more cobblestone. So as of right now, I am doing some research, trying to find some more horror games. I think I talked about this a little bit last stream. Trying to find some more kind of subtle horror games. Not like super terrifying, maybe even like unintentionally horror games. But stuff like that that's like, hello Affinity. That's, you know, kind of slightly scary, or more so just like I said, unintentionally scary. Games that aren't necessarily horror games, but are still scary nonetheless. Or it could just be actual horror games, but just anything like that. If you guys have any like recommendations though, I'd love to hear them. Is there a zombie next to me? It's probably under me. Stanley Parable 2. Oh. Superliminal and then Stanley Parable, I see. I do need to play Superliminal. That sounds cool. I've played Stanley Parable. I don't really know if I'd consider Stanley Parable a horror game though. It's more just like very meta. I guess you could consider it unsettling in some ways, but I don't think I'd consider it horror. Yeah, it's definitely very psychological, which actually I do kind of want that as well. Like, psychological horror is very interesting to me. Secrets of the Mimic. I'm not a big FNAF guy, to be honest. I don't really know if I've played FNAF 1 like a little bit. Not really played any other though. Yeah, that song, my friend showed it to me. At first, like, I thought it was supposed to be like, well, I guess the song itself is unironic, but I thought like it being so popular was unironic. Thankfully, I was wrong. But yeah, that one's pretty funny. How do I want to do this? There we go. And then we'll add slabs, which I don't have any. That'll come out. Okay. Looking good. Let's go work on the other peak over here. Yeah, it's a pretty cringe song. Bro might have made the Mimic. I wonder if the creator of that song... I assume they know how big of a meme it's become. I wonder if they're kind of offended. Like, there's no way they made that knowing or, like, thinking that it was, like, a banger, right? Like, no way they made that song was like, dude, now this is music. Right? The TLT songs? Is that the creator of most of the other FNAF songs? I'm not really familiar. I'm not a FNAF head. Yeah, that's my guess. Upon hearing it, like, you'd think it's meant to be satirical, but I just don't feel like it was meant to be satirical. I see. TLT made the ones I'd recognize. I feel like if you played one, I probably would recognize it, because I know I've heard other FNAF songs in the past. I feel like, is it the Sister Location one that's like one of the biggest ones? I feel like I've heard that one. Mainly because that one was kind of a meme too. You unironically listen to the Security Breach one? I'm sorry for you, man. Like, my deepest apologies. Okay. Let's make some more stairs. Ow. Oh, I forgot you bounce on your bed now. Sorry, I'm just a hater. Let's put blocks on there. Boom. See, now the roof is making it look pretty nice. I do like this. Ooh, banger song, banger song. Black and white soundtrack. Okay. Did you just copy paste the lyrics? We're waiting every night to finally roam and invite newcomers to play with us. For many years we've been... Dude, I don't recognize that. I apologize. I'm afraid I don't recognize that. Do I have more cobblestone? I don't. I need to just bring out more, I guess. Let's make some more stairs. Black and white. Try not to make you love the game more through the soundtrack. So real. Dude, the reason I know the soundtrack was a banger is because even as a kid, I would like fly to certain towns just to listen to the music. Such a good soundtrack. Let's light up the inside real quick. Not really gonna worry about placement, just gotta light it up. Alright. Yeah, that's true. The How to Train Your Dragon freaking toothless dancing meme. Same with like the lizard. Just playing Driftvale City or Accumulatown. They became like huge memes, and I guarantee you, like, yeah, 99% of the people that have seen those memes of the dancing toothless or the dancing lizard have no idea where the music is from. Pokemon Black and White. All right, let's I'm gonna go ahead and finish filling in this roof, at least as much as I can with what I have. Let's make a crafting table so we can put it up here. And then once we finish up, I'll probably end the stream. Like I said, though, I'll probably be streaming a lot more with this coming week. Doing some Halo next week for sure. Yeah, respect on the name. I am really happy though that kind of the at least the Pokemon community in general has really come around on Black and White. Cause back in the day, Black and White was hated. It wasn't like super hated, but it was very much the black sheep. Not many people liked it, and it was because of how different it was from the previous games, but it's really cool to see how much love it's been getting in recent years. Which Halo? Halo 2. At least that's what we'll be starting with, because I've only played Halo 1 and Halo Reach and Halo 4. And so I've been wanting to play Halo 2 and 3 for years, and I figured why not stream them. Yeah, they didn't say Pikachu, so they just instantly hated the game. Honestly, though, I kind of understand it. Right? Like, if you're a big fan of, you know, the existing Pokemon, not being able to use any existing Pokemon, it kind of sucks. But at the same time, at least for me, playing a new Pokemon game has always been about playing with the new Pokemon. So. Yeah, that's one thing they did kind of fix with Black and White 2 is actually allowing you to use a lot of old Pokemon. And that's great. Like, I love that. But also, one of my favorite things about Black and White, the first one, is the fact that you can only use Unova Pokemon. You know, it's cool. It really encourages you to, you know, experiment with your team and actually get to use new Pokemon and Pokemon you've never used before. It's like the opposite of Sinnoh, right? You know the meme of, man, can't wait to play through Sinnoh again. I'm gonna try and use an original team this time, and it always just ends up being the same team of like Infernape, Garchomp, Lucario, Buizel. That's what I love about Black and White is you're forced to use the new Pokemon, and there's a lot of great options. Yeah, speaking of W Pokemon song. That's one thing that amazes me, though, is the kind of staying power. Obviously, Pokemon is never going to go anywhere. And every Pokemon game is varied in quality, but the one thing that I don't think has ever really been bad is the soundtrack. Every Pokemon game has had a stellar soundtrack. Alright, well, roof isn't quite finished, but basically there. I think it looks great so far. I think we've made significant progress. I was able to fix my my mistake, my mess up. Still iffy on the window situation. Maybe I'll fix that or change it at some point in the future, but as of now, I think it's looking decent. Toby Fox's Pokemon's homie. Yeah, kind of true. Anyways. Yeah, pretty sure, didn't the new Undertale game, like, just shadow drop, like, a couple weeks ago? Deltarune? Or Chapter 2, or whatever? I don't know. I haven't played Undertale, so I don't really know much about it, but I'm pretty sure a new game just came out. Yeah, Deltarune. Alright then. Well, I appreciate everyone for hanging out with me for this short little stream here. Next time we stream Minecraft, I'll probably have actually finished this house, or at least made a lot more progress than now. I know, Sag, stream is ending. I'm sorry. But yeah, look for the ping in the Discord, or if you're curious about if I'm gonna stream on a certain day, just shoot me an @ in the Discord. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next stream. Thanks again for hanging out, everyone. You guys have a great night. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.